Kenya Banker Sacco lost 2.9 billion Kenyan shillings. Can you imagine 2.9 billion shillings of member equity? Can you imagine that? And you're a member of that Sacco. Hey, baya sana. So what happened here is that, and this was revealed through a petition yenye ilikuwa filed in the Milimani Law Courts by whistleblowers. I guess they might be members of the Sacco, but they realized after 10 years. So this haste started in 2013, whereby the Sacco leaders, so the bosses of the Sacco, which is the board, the CEO, and the entire senior managers of the Sacco, went ahead and borrowed on behalf of the Sacco without the knowledge of members of the Sacco. The same Sacco leadership approved 600 million insider loans, so meaning to themselves, their relatives, and even some borrowers didn't exist, so meaning these were accounts created to drain money. That's so sad. So meaning these guys didn't even do due diligence. Through that way again, the Sacco lost 600 million Kenyan shillings. And now to hide the truth, they kept the loans listed as performing while they topped up bad loans with new loans. So meaning this was to make them look active. But in reality, you said this was inflating the assets on paper, but in reality, the Sacco was bleeding. From there, they went to collateral fraud, whereby insiders legitimized the collateral to, I think, to legitimize their fake borrowing. So you realize that a land whose actual value is 300 million 300,000 Kenyan shillings, it's priced at 5 million Kenyan shillings. So meaning the insiders hyped the price of the land to 5 million. So I think this was to enable them borrow more. Cars, old cars whose value, real value, is 200,000 Kenyan shillings, they were listed, or their value was hyped, I think ikapandishwa up to 1 million Kenyan shillings. Fake title deeds were also used as collateral here. Lands that had been used as collateral somewhere else were also listed here as collateral, and many more fraud in there as collateral fraud. At the end of the day, now the funny thing is that all these loans defaulted, and again the Sacco went a loss of 300 million Kenyan shillings. How reckless is the leadership of the Sacco? To make it worse, the Sacco didn't disclose a 600 million loan guarantee. So meaning they had guaranteed a loan worth 600 million, but they didn't disclose it to the Sacco audited books. So meaning members were not aware that if the borrower failed to pay or defaulted, the loan defaulted, the Sacco is supposed to pay 600 million Kenyan shillings because they are the guarantees of the loan. Now, the biggest cash drain is when the Sacco decided to invest in Shaba housing project, which was initially costed at 300 million Kenyan shillings. But do you know how much it ended up going for? 722 million Kenyan shillings. Meaning the construction price was inflated. Meaning through this, again, they lost 422 million Kenyan shillings because the actual price was 300 million. Now it has gone for 722 million. Again, the Sacco will have, they've already lost 422 million. Now, after even using double the price of the project, now the price of the property while selling it, it deflated to 333. So meaning they lost 389 while you've used 722 million to construct. Hawakutosheka, wakaenda kwa branding, I mean tendering, whereby they hired companies for branding and ICT works, but they overpaid them. Well, you realize that a company is overpaid by 2.5 million Kenyan shillings. Through that way, they lost 100 million kwa tendering, 100 million plus Kenyan shillings. They went ahead and charged governance expenses. According to the petition, venye mimi nimeisoma, they charged 40 million for governance expenses yenye the petitioners, they think it's not worth it. Again they went to land, so nile shamba ya Syokimau, I think that's the case. So again through that they lost 10 million kwa shamba ya Sacco yenye iliuzwa. So in all this mess 2.9 billion ikapotea. But saa kitu funny ni after doing all this they decided now they want to protect themselves. Now they decided to change the rules kwa Sacco. Now they went ahead and removed democratic AGM, so the annual general meeting yenye all members of the Sacco were to attend. Now they introduced a new control delegate system whereby they raised the requirement of one being a delegate. So you must have 650,000 savings kwa Sacco. You must have 50,000 share capital. You must have 10,000, you must give a 10,000 monthly contribution. Again, sasa kwa board, they worsened it now. Kwa board, you must have 2 million savings. Kwa nini? You must have 120 share capital. You must have at least 20,000 as a monthly contribution. So through this, they locked out 99% of members of the Sacco. So the 1%, the insiders who did the entire mess, wakajisecure kwa leadership peke yao and in control of everything. This board of insiders appointed a new CEO of the Sacco in 2022 by the name Lucas Otieno. The same guy was the honorary secretary in 2013 when the 200 million scandal, when they borrowed without recording it in the audited books of the Sacco. So the guy akaekwa kama CEO. So ukacement the entire leadership from CEO, board, delegates, all of them, they are the group of insiders wenye wame participate in this mess. And it took 10 years for people to realize, and now petitioners took it to court. They are demanding that CEO na board yote na delegates wakuwe suspended. Wana demand 5 billion compensation to Sacco members. They want pia wakuwe charged, wafanyiwe criminal prosecution, na pia wana demand a forensic audit kwa Sacco from 2013 to 2023. We ngori. Anyway manze, kawe ni member wa hiyo Sacco ngori, hapo ni kuimba. Pressure ilipanda, pressure ikashuka.